morning, everyone. My name is Faith Kumagum. I am an emergency physician and also an educator for a couple of emergency care courses. I'm very glad to be here again. I look forward to interacting with you all. A brief on what we're going to be focusing on today. We're going to try and make it as hands-on as possible since we have a very short span of time, and we're going to be focusing on trauma skills. So some of these include how to immobilize the spine and keep it intact, okay, which is one of the most critical things in trauma. We're also going to be talking about how to control bleeding. We're going to talk about how to manage fractures as well, how to immobilize them and care for them. So we're going to be focusing on those areas, but in between we shall have discussions about other things that come with managing those particular situations. In case maybe we have extra time and you'd like us to show you anything else that is relevant to trauma, we can still try to address that within the spare minutes that we have.
At the throat, that is the airway. So we need to open the airway to keep it parted, because if the airway is blocked, then this patient is not breathing. Right, hear that? So from opening the air after managing the airway, we want to confirm, is our patient breathing? So we shall do the look, we look at the chest.
Then you need to cordon off that area, either using a branches or your bike. You can sort of arrange your bikes to shield the area that the patient is lying on. Anything to make it safe and to show people that ahead there is something going on, and so you need to slow down. So that whole process is scene safety. But also ask yourself what is involved here. Is it a fuel truck? Is there a chance of an explosion at some point? So there are all those things to consider regarding safety. So once you're sure that you are safe and the scene is also safe, then you can approach. One thing that is very important is call for help early. So as soon as this happens, don't first wait to check if it is very severe or not, but if something like that happens, you need to call for help. Help from your colleagues, but also help from medical team as well. To then plan to send some sort of ambulance or response vehicle to bring in more additional advanced support. So safety has been handled. We have called for help. Now the first provider rushes onto the scene.
It's safe for bridge.
Okay. So as you see, as soon as he moves to the scene, his approach is to keep the spine in a straight line. He does not want the head to move. So I will be the second responder. I will come from here and try to unbuckle the helmet. I don't know how this works. In the event that you don't know how to unbuckle, you can use a trauma share and just cut it off. You don't have to struggle so much. So once I do this, I will now support from the front, okay? One hand finds the chin and holds it, and the other hand holds the neck from behind. So this will prevent his head from moving. So I have control. I have control.
Okay. So I come, then I try to hold the helmet. I try pushing it outwards, then up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down.
Okay? So this is how you take off the helmet, okay? And then he will place something just to support the head, and then he will come back to stabilize. And then I will take my hands off. You have control? Okay. So I'm going to need 3 people for this. Any 3 volunteers. But you have to all be on the same side.
Same side?
You have to be on the same side. Okay. So arrange yourselves very well, because the strongest is supposed to be at the shoulders. Okay, so you're going to kneel next to him with both legs like down. Yes. So one hand goes over the shoulder, okay, here. One hand goes over the hip. And then the second person interlocks. So one hand over the waist, and then one hand is down under the thigh. Okay? Here. And then the third person has one hand on here, under the knee, and then just here above the arm. Okay? So you see that 3 arms above and 3 arms under. Okay? So now he's the one who instructs you on when to roll. So he'll tell you on the count of 3, let's roll, and you all have to move at the same time. You know how a log rolls? It is all in a straight line, so you have to move at the same time. And then
ready? Team ready? Yes. On my count of 1 to 3, we are rolling the patient on our laps.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, we go.
much better.
Yeah.
That was perfect. So that is it. So you have to take him at once. You don't want the upper body to move first and the lower body at a different time. Eh? So this allows the whatever blood or vomit to come out of his mouth, and then when it's done, then you can. He counts for you again.
On my count of 1 to 3, we are moving the patient back to the ground. 1, 2, 3.
Okay, that was 1, 2,
3.
there. Okay, good job. Okay.
Okay, we go.
Then you count again for them.
We are going to count again.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
But in sound, okay? Give a space, okay? 1, 2, 3.
Okay, much better, much better. Okay, so who's coming here?
Who's coming?
Who's coming to help you?
Yeah.
So the one I am adding, I have to tie it to this one and then keep going, okay? Until I reach on top. Eh? Okay, the whole point is pack the wound but with a lot of pressure.
Yeah.
So when I get to the superficial surface, now I can put a pad like the one we used earlier. I can put now another gauze pad superficially, and then now put a pressure bandage, okay? So this is for deep wounds where you need to really go down to the source, okay? Alright, so those are the 3 types. I did want to show you how to use those.
Viewers will attend next time in person. Record is very important.
Okay. Last one, I said this arm high,
Yeah.
okay? I did this folded as much as possible.
Yeah.
This one here.
Neck.
And support. No, don't move your head. You're unconscious now. Okay, so.
Okay.
Okay, yeah? Okay, now he's done vomiting and everything, so I need to go back. Good, yeah? Okay, so what this one? You guys have very fancy equipment, so it's also important that you know how to use it. So, yeah. I guess we are here. So, so this one is really in that it already has the pad. This is you don't need extra bolts to this one. It already has the pad. So now assuming it maybe has a wound here. Okay? So I'm going to do it in such a way that this gauze pad is over the wound. Yeah? So put this gauze pad like this. Elevate it like this.
Umulwadde ngataka. Tawulira bulungi.
That's all
Okay? So
By the way, with wounds you
now
might
this
not.
part is critical, so if you cannot observe closely, when you come here at this point,
Yeah.
now you want to apply pressure onto the wound, and this is going to help us.
Yeah.
So pass this through here, okay, and then roll it to the opposite side. So this plastic thing applies
the
pressure
pressure.
onto the wound, so it gives you additional pressure. So once you put it the opposite side, now you keep wrapping over this. Yeah? Over this. Now
Israel
like front and shoulders Asha, if you still want to add, so these regions are tricky to bandage. A lot of the time you might have to do deep wound packing like we showed you, and then put this on the surface. Usually those cavities are hard to put direct pressure on. So it really depends on the type of wound you have. I can't just tell you what to do based on the location. Usually it's based on the type of wound that you have. But you cannot tourniquet this area. It's very difficult. Then, I might not be doing this very tightly. I just want to show you. So I just keep going until I reach a point and look. Then I ask him, you know what? Hand. Okay, so that's it. usually when he lowers his hand, there's more tension. So initially, I am not trying to choke him as I'm doing that, but when the hand goes down, it sort of pulls on this and then applies more pressure to the area. So that's in case you have a don't take that.
More pressure.
Awo wenyini awe.
Katugambye obulumi tebutta wabula obulamu
Bulamu bwe tuliko.
But you also have the reflex.
Others breathe,
Yeah.
then others just
You can either get like a strapping and tape it, or you can find a way to tuck it into the yeah.
Good day. One question. So all of this, we have to show the bleeding has to have stopped for us to conclude, right?
And this
If they're still losing blood, you have to make sure.
Yes, you have to make sure that if it's still oozing, that means the bleeding hasn't stopped.
So don't have pressure. But then at this stage, everything.
Yes, everything should be stopped. And usually if we're adding more pressure, nothing is happening, then it might be time to. That is if you've done the right way. Actually.
After that, we shall call it a year. So try as much as possible to keep the information you have with you and apply it if needed. Let's take a good picture.
I've been thinking about the good times. I've been sleeping through the long nights. I've been shining in the sunlight. I've been thinking how I'm alright. There's a reason for my feelings. There's a reason why I'm healing. Yeah, I feel higher than the ceiling. All because of you. You and I were so sweet, so sweet. Talking till we asleep, asleep. Every night I fall deep, but love, yeah. Cause you really get me, make me fall to my knees, my knees. Every night I fall deep, but love.